to talk about a band that had their major label debut in 1994. And Bill, do you have the time to listen to me whine?
I do have the time to listen to you. Why?
About nothing and everything all at once?
And you know who we should dedicate this to?
We should dedicate this segment to
Dr.
Matt Hemsley, our biggest fan.
Because he's actually a big Green Day fan.
I am too. They're great.
They're great in concert. I heard you said it.
Full disclosure, I enjoyed the performance, but my expectations were way too high.
Do you have the time?
Their songs were great. Like every song was received well by me, but as far as like the great performance, I would not say it's like the greatest thing ever. I mean, they were incredible. They weren't like it's like, oh, I saw Green. So just saying. But Green Day, they revitalized pop punk in the 1990s.
They did
with this album Dookie. Yeah, for a while, because pop punk was not really in existence for a long time, and then Dookie came out, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what is this?" You know?
Oh, absolutely.
It's funny. I was up in Boston for that Aerosmith show, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to my family up there, and
wait, you have family up in Boston, JT?
My uncle's a big rock guy. He's
wait, you have family up in Boston?
I have family.
So I bet this.
I do.
I bet this is what your reunion was like. The JT, it's so wicked awesome to see ya. Just pack your car.
It was kind of like that, yes, but not entirely.
So wicked awesome. Okay,
it was pretty cool.
God, the apology tour starts. I'd like to apologize to the people of the great state of Massachusetts. I am very sorry. But remember, they're going to the playoffs, and you're not. Thank you.
Oof, take that, Red Sox.
Fine, I apologize for that, too.
You're fine, Bill. But
you
look,
know what? I think we should just move on before I'm banned from the state of Massachusetts.
Oh, God. All right, so Green Day's Dookie, though. I was listening to a classic rock radio station up there with my uncle, and he said, I said, why Green Day doing classic rock radio? He's like, oh, it's classic rock now. I said, excuse me? He said, it's been like, what, 25, almost 30 years now. I would call Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Green Day classic rock. I said, huh. Actually, it is. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
But yeah, that's the big debate now. Rock now, classic rock has been so long since then. I would say they're getting close.
That doesn't have to be so long. That is a very interesting point.
Yeah, it's been like literally almost 2.5 decades, almost 3 decades since this album came out. And we're still listening to Basket Case, Longview, Welcome to Paradise, stuff like that. So
that was actually the first Green Day song I actually listened to.
Which one?
Basket Case.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, it's arguably their best song. It's like their signature song of the 90s, personally, but that's me.
Because my friend, I think I may have about been 8 or 9 or maybe 10. But yeah, my friend was like, hey, have you heard this band called Green Day? I'm like, no. And they say okay, guys, you got to know. When you're a kid, this is like a big thing. They say the F word. When you're that young, you think that's like the biggest thing ever. Like, they say the F word. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Because again, me being a kid, and if I said that around my parents at that age, I probably would be grounded for life. Nah, I'm so kidding. But anyway, no, with their hit in the 90s and then even into the 2000s with American Idiot and all that. And yeah, so Green Day. But you know what? Because you know what Dr. Matt Hemsley told me?
What?
There are actually, and these are people that annoy me, there are actually punk purists who say, oh, Green Day is not real punk.
I've heard about this.
Okay, you know what? I hate purism. I really do. Like, dude, guys, shut up. Seriously. Oh, but they're not real punk like the Sex Pistols.
Guys, it's music. Relax.
Oh, but JT, we are the elites of music. We know what we're talking about. Oh, we're so great. Now we're going to sit here and drink expensive liquor and whilst we get drunk and talk about how wonderful we are. I'm going to listen to the Clash and the Sex Pistols, not Green Day. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
those elites talk like that.
No, I don't. I don't think they do. That's me.
You never know, though. They could be a bunch of stuffy British guys sitting around.
It might be. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, Green Day.
I mean, they got their start in the 90s and they had a lot of success since then. So
they did.
They're still a relevant band today.
Yeah, like I said, I like them.
Yeah, I like them too. I mean, I think they're in a band that plays really well together too. That's one of the biggest highlights of their show is that they play well together. They're a very tight band.
As opposed to what?
Some bands are just sloppy, in my opinion. Like not in a bad way, but like they don't like. The reason why I say like certain artists are incredible shows because they play well together, and they don't take breaks in between songs like a break between this song and that song. I mean, it fits for the show. Like one of the things I liked about Green Day was and one of the things I love about Bruce Springsteen shows, truthfully, is that they keep the sound going. There's no stopping at all. It's crazy, which I liked about their performance too. So,
do you have the time to listen to me? Why?
Oh yeah.
And by the way, only 9 more days and we can wake up Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh God, we'll talk about that in the 2000s.
Oh, 2000s.
Yeah, that song came out in 2005.
Yeah. Which album was Good Riddance Time of Your Life on?
That was Nimrod in 1997.
And we've talked about that on Misinterpreted Song Lyrics.
Yeah, we don't have to go into that, but that's in my top 25 here. So that's the number 25. So it's the song I was born to, literally.
It was, what was it, number 1 on the day you entered the world?
It was just playing on the radio on the way to the hospital. It's like, all right, cool. I'm associated with Green Day now.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
There's worse bands to be associated with.
Yeah, well, it's funny. But it's funny. The month September of 1998, which I was born October of 98. It's coming up. September of 1998 was Aerosmith. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing was the number 1 song in the world.
Another band you were born with, basically.
I was practically born an Aerosmith fan too, if you think about it. So, which is pretty funny. But bottom line, Green Day started out in the 90s. Still going. They are one of the world, just overall and from start to finish. So,